guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a bit of a hard day for me. For those of you that already know, back in August I found out I was about 7.5 weeks pregnant. About 3 days later I ended up having some severe pain and had to go to the emergency room, where I found out I had an ectopic pregnancy, which is whenever the baby goes into your tube and then your tube ruptures. So we lost the baby, and I ended up, they actually sent me home that day on the 25th, and they should not have sent me home. They should have did the surgery then. It's considered a emergency surgery, and I could have actually went home and had internal bleeding and could have died. So I went back to my doctor appointment on the 29th, and when I was there, they actually said, after they did another ultrasound and everything, they said, you need to go directly to the emergency room. So I already knew what was going to happen whenever I got to the emergency room. So we went over there, and they ended up sending me in for emergency surgery, and where they removed the baby in the tube. And today is a hard day for me, because today is the day where I would have found out if it was a girl or a boy. Okay, so I had to gather myself back together. But so I am going to be doing a video for what I plan to read in November to kind of help get my mind off of just everything in this day. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and we're going to get into what I plan to read for November. And first up, we have 29 Dates by Melissa Dela Cruz, which, if you have not heard of this book already, which you probably already have, but if you have not, it is about this South Korean girl, and she's not doing very good in school, and her parents are wanting to send her out on these several dates to kind of like a matchmaker. And let's see, she ends up not doing too good in school, so her parents actually send her from South Korea to San Francisco, because according to what this book was talking about, the schools in San Francisco, I guess, are not as hard as the ones over in South Korea, so it made her seem like she was a star pupil versus how she's not doing too good in her South Korean school. So while she is there, she has to, get used to her new city and her new school, and she finds comfort in taking photographs that help populate her social media account. And then she ends up getting attention from two very different boys, and as her passion for photography lights, goodness gracious, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay. As her passion for photography happens, she has to find out if she wants the one, or if, my goodness, I'm gonna have to cut all this out because I don't even know what I'm saying now. So while she's doing the photography, she has to decide whether she wants to continue basically with the photography, or if she even wants to find the one. And if she does find the one, if he will be matchmaker approved or parent approved. So it sounds pretty interesting, so I'm going to give this one a go. And yeah, that's that one, 29 Dates. Next up, we have Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. And as you all know, this is the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and I don't really know too much of what this one is about, other than she goes on the cruise ship, and it's basically just like a murder mystery. So I kind of want to go into this not knowing much since I've already read the first two. So I'm just kind of leave it at that. You know, I don't want to give any spoilers and whatnot, but if you have not read this series, I suggest that you stop what you are doing and start reading it because they are so good. I absolutely love them. I actually named my cat Audrey after Audrey Rose. So if that tells you anything, I love this series. So next we have The Beautiful by Renee. I don't know how to say her last name. Renee Adea? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm at a loss for words. When it comes to these people's names, I just don't know what I'm talking about half the time. But anyways, this book is set in 1872 New Orleans. And it's a city ruled by the dead. There's a 17-year-old. I do this all the time and I cannot ever remember what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Do you guys do this too? Okay, so this takes place in 1872 New Orleans, and the 17-year-old girl, she goes, New Orleans is a safe haven after she's forced to flee her life as a dressmaker in Paris. So let's see. Taken in by the sisters of the Ursuline convent in the middle of the carnival season, Celine is quickly enraptured by the vibrant city, from its music to its fancy soirees and even its danger. She becomes embroiled in the city's glitzy underworld known as La Cour des Lions. After catching the eye of the group's... Why are there so many big words? Okay, let's see. After catching the eye of the group's leader, Sebastian, when the body of one of the girls from the convent is found in Sebastian's own lair, the second dead girl to turn up in recent weeks, Celine battles her attraction to Sebastian and suspicion about his guilt along with the shame of her own horrible secret. After a third murder, New Orleans becomes gripped by terror of a serial killer on the loose, one who has now set Celine in her sights. As the murderer stalks her, Celine finally takes matters into her own hands, only to find herself caught in the midst of an age-old feud between the darkest creatures of the night, where the price of forbidden love is her life. Basically, it is about New Orleans, 1800s, and vampires. So with all of that being said, that in itself has me hooked, because I love historical fiction, I love vampires, and I love the history of New Orleans. So I think this is going to be an excellent book, and from what I heard, this is going to be, there's going to be 4 books in the series. So I was told not to expect too much from this one, because it's kind of like a slow burn and you got to kind of piece things together and figure out what's happening, and you don't really see vampires till the end of the book, but it's supposedly building up for the next book. So we will see how it goes. I was told it is still really good, so we'll see. Next up, we have The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan. So there is the cover. Let's see. When you read this book, you will make many assumptions. You will assume you're reading about a jealous ex-wife. You will assume she is obsessed with her replacement, a beautiful younger woman who is about to marry the man they both love. You will assume you know the anatomy of this tangled love triangle. Assume nothing. Twisted and deliciously chilling, The Wife Between Us deftly explores the hidden complexities of marriage and the dangerous truths we ignore in the name of love. Read between the lines. So it doesn't really tell you like too in depth of what this is about, but obviously it's about this woman and her husband leaves her for another woman, and kind of, I think it's going to be like kind of like a stalkerish, where she's kind of stalking the mistress or the new wife, and it sounds like it's going to be pretty good. I've heard good things about it, so we'll see how it goes. Next we have Again But Better by Christine Riccio. I think that's how you say her last name. She's one of my favorite YouTubers on here. So, anyways, so this is a book about this girl named Shane, and she's been doing college all wrong. She has good grades and happy parents, but she's made 0 friends. She goes home every week, and she goes home every weekend. And romance, what's that? So, her life has been dorm, dining hall, class repeat. Time's ticking and she needs a change. There's nothing like moving to a new country to really mix things up. Shane signs up for a semester abroad in London. She's going to, right after all her college mistakes, make friends, pursue boys, and find adventure. Oh, I'm running out of memory. No. Be right back. Easier said than done. She is soon faced with the complicated realities of living outside her bubble, and when self-doubt sneaks in, her new life starts to fall apart. Shane comes to find that with the right amount of courage and determination, one can conquer anything. Throw in some fate and a touch of magic, the possibilities are endless. So this just sounds like it's going to be a good book about this girl who basically gets to travel abroad, and I'm assuming she's going to, you know, do things that she wouldn't normally do and meet people, and I'm sure it's going to have romance in it, so it just sounds like it's going to be good. So we'll see how it goes. And lastly, we have Christmas Cake Murder by Joanne Fluke. And I have not read any of these before, but apparently they're pretty popular. I ended up getting it because they have actual recipes inside of the book. So while you're reading along, you have recipes so you can make some goodies. So this one, let's see. It's Christmas many years ago, and topping young Hannah Swenson's wish list is becoming the go-to baker in Lake Eden, Minnesota. But as Hannah finds out, revisiting holiday memories can be murder. With her dream of opening the cookie jar taking shape, Hannah's life matches the hectic December hustle and bustle in Lake Eden, especially when she agrees to help create a spectacular Christmas ball from the past in honor of Essie Granger, an elderly local in a hospice care, but instead of pouring over decadent desert recipe. Good God, I can't talk. Dessert recipes for the merry festivities, she instantly becomes enthralled by Essie's old notebooks and the tale of a woman escaping danger on the streets of New York. Hannah's surprised by Essie's secret talent for penning crime fiction. She's even more surprised when the story turns real. As Hannah prepares to run a bakery and move out of her mother's house, it'll be a true miracle if she can prevent another Yuletide disaster by solving a mystery as dense as a Christmas fruitcake. So, this one here, I mean, you have Christmas, murder mystery, and actual recipes. So, we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes, and I'm definitely gonna make some of these recipes in here. I seen one in here, I don't know where it's at, but it's like a macadamia nut type thing, and it looks really good. So we're gonna try it, and I might make a video of me making it if you guys are interested in that. So let me know if you are, and then I'll make that video. So with that said, let me grab all these bad boys right here. Woo, about to drop them all. Here is my November to be read list. So if you guys have read any of these, let me know what you thought of them. And if you plan to read any of these while I'm reading them, if you want, you can, comment with me and we can talk about them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end my video. And if you guys have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave me some comments below because I'd love to chat with you guys. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.